Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing great. Welcome. I have another Easter project. I'm certain that you're going to love this one too. Y'all, I don't know. I've got a thing for bunnies right now and I'm just going with it. I don't know what to even say, how to explain it, but I'm just becoming a little obsessive with the bunnies. So I'm sorry if it's too much for you, but I hope you love these and I think you will. So that's fine, right? It makes it okay, I think. All right, here we go. Keyword is bunny, of course it is. I've got a bunch of stuff going on in front of me. I know it, okay? But bear with me. We're going to get through it together tonight. Okay, here we go. All right, keyword is bunny. So make sure that you comment bunny. We're going to begin with the simple stuff, okay? These are the two bunnies. This is this like faux wood base that they all sit on. It's got slots. And this right here is Dune paste, okay? So I'm just going to give myself a smattering of Dune paste on my bunnies and on my little wood thing, the base thing, okay? A smattering. That is a technical term, okay? And you're welcome to use the word too. I'm okay with it. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Welcome. Happy to have you here. All right, let's get us another smattering of Dune paste over here on this bunny. And quick and painless, okay? There you go. This one, this project bundle, this is a bundle, okay? If you didn't see the description, this is a bundle that you can get. Pretty much all of the stuff that I'm using tonight is going to come in this bundle. Now, including 4 paste packets, okay? So you get all the paste that you're going to need for this project, which is handy and helpful, I think. And then you just need to add a little bit of additional paste or paint of your choosing, okay, for a couple of the colors. And I think I'm going to use some paint pens too, which of course I didn't pull those out, so I need to grab those too. But I can't. They're right here. Okay, so this is like a faux log, okay? It's got little score marks on it. We're going to use those to help us make this more wood-like. I know it doesn't look like wood now, but it will, I promise, okay? All right. Get where we're going. Hi, Marie. How are you? Welcome. Thanks so much for joining me. I think we're good on our bunnies being painted. Then I've got another foam brush here, and this is, excuse me, this right here is Colonial Blue paste. Now, I'm going to not get as much because we don't need as much for our little eggs over here. Okay, now you could do a different color eggs. I wanted to stick with the same color just because I didn't want to do a bunch of different paste colors on here, but you can do whatever you like, okay? And I do have a retired transfer that we're using, so this bundle you can only get right here. Can't buy the transfer that we're going to use on the website, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be super duper cute. And this little like bow thing goes on our guy's neck, okay? Or girl, whatever. It might be a girl. It could be a girl with a blue little ribbon around the neck. You decide. Okay, maybe one's a girl and one's a boy because the other one doesn't have a ribbon. Okay, I think we're good. Here we go. I am so happy that you caught me live too, Marie. Thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. All right, I'm going to let those simmer for a minute and then let me see if I can reach. So these are my, you know, I don't have some of the, I don't think I have a green. I do have this green. It's kind of bright, but we can go with it. And I have an orange too. Okay, Mom. I'm doing my live, Mom. I don't know why you don't know that, but that's what's happening. So my mom and dad are both calling me, probably because the truck, Chris's truck, we took it to the shop and it's probably ready, and nothing I can do about it right at this moment. So this is a Sharpie paint pen. These are acrylic paint, and they're pretty great. You don't have to press them like you do with the Posca ones. The Posca ones are exceptional, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love those. But these are also pretty great. So these are my Amazon link. If you comment bunny, the keyword, you'll get the link. Hey, Lori. Few inches of snow. That is just, I don't know why I find that to be so ridiculous. I think it's because it is so stinking hot here. It's like, I mean, I say it's so stinking hot. It's like probably in the high 70s, 80s, which is not hot. It is great. Okay, don't let me be complaining, but it's like, it's weird to me. I'm going to dry these so I can move them, because I'm going to end up sticking my arm in them and having blue paint all over me. So let me just get them out of the way, shall I? How you doing, Lori? I hope you're good. Thanks for hanging out with me. Okay. Now, I can move these so that I don't have to, like, dodge them as I'm painting this, okay? Stick that in my trash can down there. Okay, now, ooh, this green is not bad for this, actually. I was thinking it was going to be too much, but it's not. It's good, actually. All right, super easy to color with these. I love them. And no mess. I don't have to pull out more paint. I don't got to get another brush dirty. Grab some paint pens, y'all. These are amazing. The Sharpie ones are great. I do like these a lot. And they're really good. They come in, like, I don't know how many I got in a pack, but enough where you have a lot of colors, okay? And I do have a link on my Amazon that you can use the exact set that I got. Guaranteed to be good ones. And if you want the link, I can just send it to you. If you want to comment markers, I can just pop over the link to you. Make it a little easier. But I do have a lot of great stuff on my Amazon list, so if you want to go check that out. There's a lot of great craft stuff, home stuff, dog stuff, random stuff that I bought and loved and couldn't get over it. So add those to the list. All right, and then I'm going to do the flowers. Kind of liking this. This green's a little bit muted. It's not like a super dark forest green. It is giving me kind of a springy vibe, so I'm liking that. Hey, Sue, welcome. Freezing at 53 degrees. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm freezing inside all the time. But yeah, 53 is cold for me too. We had snow, like, I don't know, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago? And it was what they called an Arctic blast. They claimed that we were going to have another one, but we didn't. So it was like supposed to get hot, like up in the 80s or whatever. And then we were supposed to get another Arctic blast, and we didn't. Because who can tell what's going to happen in like a 10-day look ahead? You know what I mean? Who knows? Especially down here. The weather is so fickle. It just does whatever it wants. It doesn't care about us. Okay. Now, let me get this paint bottle out of the way. So I have these like little daisies. I am going to paint them white. Got all kinds of things happening to me over here in my way. I did pull out a yellow. And then I'm going to just go around here like that. Oh, I might come back and add a little bit, see if I can sort of shade this leafy part in, like the little stem or whatever, but we'll see. Kind of give that a little bit of shape too. Okay. See if I can move this around just so that I feel awkward. I'm like reaching too far over here. There we go. A little better. Hopefully y'all can see. Just color them in. And then once we get past the like little minute stuff, then we'll get into the real meat and potatoes of this project. And I think this is a pretty quick one. And I think it's going to come together super cute. Really pumped about this one. I found this cutout a couple weeks ago. And I just fell in love with it. It all stands up. I think it'll be so cute for spring decor. And you could totally have this out like through April, which I just absolutely love. Mid-20s and 30s. I'm glad you've got some sun. That's great. Snow Thursday and Friday. That is crazy to me, too. I don't... Yeah, it's wild to me that it's so hot down here and people are still getting snow, and I'm just like, that is wild. You know? And, like, lots of snow up in the north. There's, like... I was talking to one of the guys I work with. Sorry, I've had, like, something in my throat all day long. Like, I need to cough it up, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, on Friday last week, I was talking to one of my friends that I work with, and he lives in Canada, but, like, southern part of Canada, okay? Over on the East Coast, and he's actually like a hour or 2 hours and a half ahead of us, which is strange to me that there's half time zones, or like half hour time zones. Anyways, lives on some island over in Canada, southern Canada, but still Canada. Anywho, he was telling us about how he was about to have like a blizzard, so I don't know if they're currently going through. Isn't it so cute? That hello sign, where is it? Right here. That hello spring is so stinking cute. It's another bundle that I did with a retired bunny transfer. I know it's kind of hard to see the background of that one. You should go check out that video, Sue. That one's super cute. Really happy with the way it turned out. And the Hello, Be My Valentine door hanger too. I really liked that one. So all of these markers that I'm using are the Sharpie ones right now. I didn't pull out a Posca marker for this project. Just these. The Posca, like I said, are great too. And you can buy, like, they have metallic ones. I don't know if they have the metallic ones for the Sharpie markers, but they're really neat too. Okay. There we go. And then I wanted to do something here with this little guy here. I think I can probably come up some more with that and just kind of blend that a little bit better. Okay. Add a little bit of extra to give some shading around the... There's like a score line on this, on the leaves, so I don't know if this is going to make a difference once it dries, but we'll see. I might just soak right in. A little bit of definition around these leaves, okay? And then, of course, we have our little carrot. Okay, Sue, no problem. Hi, Steph, how are you? Hey, Cindy, how are you? Give my little carrot a couple little lines on it. And then, same for this little guy here. I don't know how well you can see those. But, you know, I love those little, whatever they are, I don't even know, lines. Just to give it a little definition. We can even do it on this one. Okay, now, so there's our little flowers. I think that turned out pretty good. And my little lines on the outside of the flowers did give it some dimension, so that's neat. All right, so our bunnies are dry. This centerpiece thing is dry too, sort of, semi. Let's set that over there for now and let it, goodness gracious, I'm a mess. Wrapping that tape around there even more than it already was. Okay, so I pulled out a couple different colors here to play with. All right, now I have Shimmer Melon, which is a really nice shimmer, and all of these again will come as a paste packet with this project. Okay, all the paste that I'm using. Make sure these are really good and dry. I do want to fuzz them. I mean, not fuzz them. Wax them before we move on. Just a little bit of wax. So make sure that you do that. I don't want to pull up the paste. And my transfer, I've used it at least once, maybe more, but it's fairly new. So I just want to make sure that I protect these the best I can. And we are going to have to clean this transfer in between uses, I think. So I'm going to give you a partial piece of the transfer. So the bunnies right now are Dune. Okay, they're just plain Dune, which is fine. I say just plain Dune, but they're good. And then this is the transfer that I pulled out. Okay, now you're going to get half of this. All right, which should be plenty to do all of this project. Okay. Since I wax, I don't know if I'm going to fuzz. I think I'm going to let it be. Because like I said, I've used this, you can see the staining on this transfer. I've used this one a couple of times, at least. So I'm fairly certain I should hopefully be okay. Now this is Shimmer Melon. I know this seems weird, okay, but we're going to try it. Hopefully this is going to work and not look stupid, okay? I hope. I'm trying to not leave a bunch of paste on this transfer because I am going to have to clean it and I don't want to have to make a big mess, okay? With a bunch of paste everywhere. And I'm trying to only use 1/2 of the transfer because I want to show you how it'll be for you because I'm cutting these in half. Okay, for this bundle. So you will need to wash it in between colors. So we're going to use it for the bunnies first. I'm probably not going to wash it for the bunnies. Go ahead and use it with the Shimmer Melon once, and then I'll go back, clean it, and we'll use it for our eggs. Okay, so get that bunny out of there. That does not look stupid. That is cute. Uh-oh. I dropped a paintbrush on the ground. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh. I love it. The dune is, it's doing it for me in the background, this one. Okay, now we're going to take our other bunny. We're going to stick him right in here. Okay, I don't care where he goes. Oops, let me pull that down just a little bit. These color choices are giving it to me. Okay, I'm loving it. Make sure that you comment bunny. I only have a couple of these. I actually have more than a couple, but I don't have all of the paste packets. So, if I sell out both of them, maybe I'll offer more. I only have enough of the Ocean Mist to make 2 bundles, but I do have additional another color that I could throw in there instead. So if we sell it out, then I'll offer more of them. Or maybe we'll do something else with this transfer because this one's pretty great. Hey Gwen, how are you, love? Oh yes. This print, y'all, that is giving me Easter. Okay, look how, oh my gosh. Adorable, I have to say. Okay, let me clean up my area because I'm like a nightmare here. Okay, I do it to myself, but it's fine. We're gonna need 2 of these, so might as well pull 2 of them out right now. Hey Tammy, how are you? Okay, now we're going to clean this transfer. As you see, I only used half of it because I just want to show you how this is going to go for you, okay? Because you're going to get half the transfer for this project. Makes it too expensive to do the whole transfer, and I don't think it's entirely necessary, especially for something small. And you can, obviously, you can reuse this transfer many times on other things, so maybe the next one that we do, if we use this transfer again, then you can just use the transfer you got in the bundle. Isn't it cute stuff? I'm glad you like it. Okay, I'm just using my fuzzing cloth because I don't have my dish mat in here. It's in there. With my transfers drying on it. The ones that I've used, they're dry, okay? But I haven't brought it back in here yet. I need to after I get done doing this, I'm going to go in there and clean my kitchen, bring my stuff back in here, get my life together, act like an adult. But up till now, I've just been kind of winging it, so that's what we're doing. Okay, just a little bit of water. Now, you could do this in the sink and it would probably be a little bit easier, and your board eraser would not look this gross, but this one is questionable for sure. Okay. Now, we're going to take this and we're going to lay it back down right over here. Get that sticky side dried off. With this is the microfiber side, by the way, of my fuzzing cloth. I didn't want to put this down on the other side because it'll just add fuzz to it, and I didn't want to add fuzz. Okay, so let me get this dry. Now, y'all are probably cringing because look at my fuzzing cloth now. It's just paste. It'll wash off. And even if it were ink, y'all, I have a couple of fuzzing cloths that are gross. Okay, they're pretty gnarly looking, but you know what? It's fine. Because it's fine. I don't care. They still fuzz just the same, okay? So don't worry about it. If you get your fuzzing cloth all crazy looking, just remember, everything is fine. Okay, hi Mommy. Yeah, the Shimmer Melon is pretty spectacular. I agree with you there. I love that color. Where's my... This right here is Ocean Mist. Love this one too. We're going to use it for our eggs, okay? Now, like I said, you could do your eggs different colors if you want. I just wanted to keep it simple. And I think that this combination of the blue with the Colonial Blue and the Ocean Mist is a really nice spring combination. And I'm going to try and make this fast so that I can do all three of my little eggies at the same time. And as you can see, you can use... Oh, say hi to Dozer. He's barking his head off. Absolute insane person in there. Oh, y'all, I forgot to even tell you that my little dozy boy got himself into some mess yesterday, y'all. I swear, he is the love of my life. Okay, I love this dog as if he were a little tiny human child. These eggs look amazing, by the way. Anyway, so the other night we had corn on the cob for dinner, okay? And I bet you already know where I'm going with this, and that's fine if you do, but I'm telling you anyways, because he's a little turkey. Okay, so anyway, my nephew comes in yesterday and puts his dirty dishes in the dishwasher and all that good stuff, because he's a good boy, okay? Contrary to what you may think, he's a great kid. Anyway, he puts his stuff in the dishwasher. He puts his corn in the cobs, like the ones that he's eaten off of, into the trash. And my little dozy boy, who's an angel, okay, he's an angel child of mine, goes in the trash and decides that he's gonna eat those corn on the cobs, like a little turd. Okay, so he eats the corns on the cobs, and it's all good. He's loving his life, living his best life, high on the hog. Well, 5:30 this morning rolls around, and he is not so happy. Starts throwing up pieces of corn on the cob, y'all. And I'm telling you, woke me from a dead sleep at 5:30 in the morning, heaving and in his kennel, thank God. If he would have been in my bed throwing up like that, I would have had a meltdown, okay? He was in his kennel, throwing up. And so I get up, I turn on the light at 5:30 in the morning, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Chris doesn't seem to even compute that it's weird that I just turned on the overhead light in our bedroom at 5:30 in the morning. He's out on the couch, like he's already woken up for the day, prepping his brain to want to go to work. Y'all, these are real cute, okay? I mean, look at these eggs. Okay, this print is perfection for this project. Now, I've got a couple of other pieces here that I do need to paint before we move on with our lives. So let's do that. Remember this guy, okay? So it's got like lines on it. And I have this brown paint here, okay? Very random brown paint that I just grabbed out of my little stash. And I'm just going to take a baby wipe. And right onto the baby wipe, I'm going to put the brown paint. Okay, anyway, so he's throwing up. I go and I get a paper towel. I'm like cleaning up his barf. And it's chunks of this corn on the cob. I'm sorry to be so graphic, okay? I apologize, but I need to tell you all because, y'all, this was a very traumatic for me and for my dozy. Anyways, so I'm cleaning it all up, and it just keeps coming, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Because I've heard horror stories about dogs eating random stuff, okay? I've got multiple friends that have had to have multiple surgeries for their dogs to get stuff out of their stomachs, okay? And it has been a mortal fear for me that my guy is one of these days going to get himself into a situation where he's going to have a problem where he has a blockage. Okay, so I'm like freaking out. And I'm also thinking my schedule at work is so insane. I don't have time for this. Okay, I'm sorry. I know that's so selfish. Okay, and I feel terrible even saying it out loud right now, but that's what I was feeling this morning. Now, I am going to get a little brush. This one, I think this is my Dollar Tree brush. I love this brush. Grab yourself a brush like this from Dollar Tree. Okay, now I'm going to just take this baby wipe and I'm going to put just a little bit of paint on it. I'm going to get this brush a little wet just from the baby wipe and I'm going to pat some of that paint right onto it. And then I'm going to get a little more. Anyways, so I got him all cleaned up. He's settled, thank goodness, okay? By about 6:15 or so, he was settled. We both go back to sleep, okay? He's in his kennel, I'm on my bed. And then I couldn't sleep. Just laying there worrying about him, you know? And so I start Googling, what do I need to do? What kind of things to watch out for? And there's a lot, okay? So you want to make sure that obviously that they vomit everything, that you get it away from him, because that was what I was afraid of, is that he was going to try and eat it. So I got it all out of there. Took care of that. I messed this up right here, but that's okay. We'll fix it, I think. Got it all out of there. Cleaned him up really good. And then you want to like make sure that they eat, right? So whenever I did finally get up about 6:30 or so, I got a bowl of food and I brought it into my office with me so that I could see him eating. Okay, I didn't let him out yet. Well, yeah, I did. I took him out and watched him use the restroom. He just went number one. Anyways, so then I bring his food in my office and I put it in my office so that he could eat in there in front of me, because the biggest thing is you want to make sure that they're eating and drinking normally. And I don't know because I'm in my office working and he's out in the living room. So I wanted to be sure. So anywho, he ate and then immediately told me that he needed to go outside. And so I'm like, well, this is a great sign. And so he went outside, he did his business, and I think he's okay. Thank goodness. You know, I've been looked after today because we did not have to go to the hospital, but I was real scared that we would be sitting at the hospital today or tonight. I am still watching him very closely. I really don't want him to go outside without me. I want to see him use the restroom another couple of times and see him eat really well over the next couple of days to make sure that he's going to be good. So, y'all, it's always something around here, I swear. Okay, so I'm just getting these lines. Now, the lines are scored on here, so that it's pretty easy to kind of paint along them, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm kind of just brushing it on, not really staying in the lines or anything like that. But I just want to get a little bit of definition here. For the, like, lines that go on in the tree. I don't know what that is. It's like age lines or something. Tell you how old the tree is. But I didn't want this to just be Dune. How boring, right? And obviously I didn't want it to be a super dark brown. Like, I wanted that one to be a different shade. So I figured the inside of a tree is always a little lighter anyways than the out. So I think this is actually perfect. Now, that part's pretty good. Let's see if I can. Okay, now there's that. Okay, it's not perfect by any means. Okay, but I want to kind of just further smudge it. So this is my clean baby wipe that I had, semi-clean, that I just wiped my hands on a second ago. I'm just going over it one more time to just kind of dull those edges out a little bit and smooth it, just so that it's not quite so harsh, okay? And, I mean, you could use probably a wet paper towel. For this, just to kind of make it, the lines not so, or the color not so harsh, okay? And with this being a paste background, it makes it super easy to kind of blend, even though the paste is dry, because just getting it a little bit wet kind of wets the paste in, okay? So there's that. I'm going to throw both of those away. And our base is done, okay? Now, these are so cute. Look how cute. I mean, I can't stand it. I do want to add a little bit, I think, of these little lines. I love these lines to my little eggs. Okay, and then I've got something for the bunnies too that I think will be really nice. There we go. Just a little, those little lines just do something for me. I don't know what it is precisely, but they do something. Now, I have these little puffy balls, okay? And I'll put some of these in your bundle too, okay? For a little fluffy tail, because we all need a fluffy tail. Hi, Vicky. Hey, Stephanie. How are you? Give it a little fluffy tail and it will make us happy, okay? Just like that. I don't know. It does something for me. We could even, like, dirty this up a little bit, maybe even. No? No, don't do that. Good night. Well, don't do that with that paste, all right? Just leave it bright white. It's fine. I don't know. You could do something maybe with some stain or something like that. I don't know, but it's fine. It's kind of a brighter white than our bunny is, but look how cute that is. All right. I'm going crazy here. Oh, and then we have this little piece. Remember this piece from earlier? Yeah, it goes on this guy. Okay, just like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get you some hot glue. And put on our little ribbon. And you know what I'm going to do. You know exactly what is going to happen here. Okay? Okay? Just like that. With the little ribbon. Now we begin to assemble. And this thing is oddly shaped, okay? So get that lined up. And then we're going to hot glue this on here, okay? And work quickly, all right? Because you don't have a lot of time. And now you have to reline it up because that is the fun in this. So make sure you line it up first so that you can easily sort of quickly reline it up whenever you need to. Now, I have another piece of, another glue gun stick is what I was looking for. I was trying to remember what I was doing. I very regularly forget exactly what I was just thinking. But we're here. We've made it. Okay. And then these pieces are kind of like the little around pieces, right? So just, oh gosh. Like that. We're gonna take this and pop it right along the edge. Okay. And then same with this one. And then we're going to pause for a second and assess the situation, okay? Now, if you notice, we've got all these different slots here, okay? So I want you to consider how this is going to be sitting whenever you're looking at this. So I believe that what we want is for it to look like this with this center one at the bottom, okay? Like as it's sitting, see how it's facing, this center one is at the bottom facing me? All right, that's how we're gonna go. This guy is gonna go at the back here, okay? Oops, just like that. You can glue these in if you want to, okay? I'm not gonna glue them in because I wanna take this project with me to my next event. So I'm not gonna glue it so that it'll be mobile, but you could totally glue them. Just remember that you're not going to be able to travel anywhere with it or store it very well if it's glued, okay? So just be mindful of that. Okay, and then that little dude sits there, okay? See where I'm going? And then we've got our little eggy guys. Now, these can go however you want. They're not picky. Just right in the slots. Okay, now we've got this piece. And what I was thinking is something. I'm gonna attach it to I think to this. I don't want it to stick out too far is my problem. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'll either stick it to this egg right here, if you can see that, or to this other bunny. Well, maybe it could go to the back of this bunny, actually. That's what I'll do, is on the back of the tall bunny, just have it. I was thinking maybe, no. Sorry, I'm like trying to decide. Okay. That's what we'll do. Right here. This small leaf and the stem are gonna go boop right there and attach to the back of this guy. Okay, just like that. And then, oops, fling it everywhere. That is required. If you don't fling it everywhere, you're doing something wrong, okay? And then we have our little, don't forget about our carrot, okay? And I think I want to attach the carrot to one of our little eggs. And I'm thinking this end egg here is gonna be perfect for this carrot. So I'm gonna just boop some glue down right there. And I'm going to get our carrot glued down, and then this can sit right back in that slot, okay? So then everything's attached. well, the extra pieces are attached, okay, to everything. Now, I also have something else for you, because why wouldn't I? I have this messy stuff here, okay? And I don't want to attach it to my cutouts that are on the thing. Okay? Oh my goodness gracious. Don't be flying this around. Be gentle. I'm talking to a child. I'm talking to myself. Okay. A little bit of moss out front. Okay. So moss will also come with this. But again, I don't want to attach it to any of my cutouts here because I want this whole thing to come apart and be storable. Okay. Even though this moss is probably going to turn into my nightmare whenever I'm storing it, but it'll be fine, okay? Whatever. If it gets everywhere, it's fine. I could rip it off if I want, okay? And then just add more next year. It's not that big of a deal. And then, my friends, this is a cute little finished project. Isn't this adorable? So, let me see if I can pick it up without flinging everything everywhere. I'm going to try. Look how cute that is. What do y'all think? I hope you love it. You can comment bunny to get all the stuff to make this yourself. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will see you later. Okay? Good night.